Shalom. All praises and honor and glory to Yahweh by Shem Yahushai, by Shem Kadash. Double honors to my apostles and elders of great millstone. Salutations to the 144,130 elect. Your brother Kabash from the James Atlanta camp. I'm here with the whole faith found lesson through the spirit of Yahweh by Shem Yahushai, by Shem Kadash. And in this lesson, I'm going to get into what's been going on in the mainstream media concerning these drones, concerning these chariots of the Most High. Amid of everything else. World War III is headlining in the news. Ukraine and Russia, Israelis and Palestinians, they going at it. Saudi Arabia prince, he's fearing for his life. He's been basically escorted out of his own land that he was running. So a lot of things is popping off, man. And the Lord is sending these angels to get at Esau. And Esau, he's coming up with lies, saying that, oh no, this was a drone, and trying to cover up the real facts that, look, these are not normal vehicles, which they trying to measure up their equipment or their top equipment with these chariots of the Lord, and that's just not the case. These are not made man flying objects. This is the maker's flying objects, which are the chariots of the Lord. So right here in ShahidTheFanPlan.com, from the source says Theory Headline News, and the title reads U.S. ruling class to give itself more power over UAVs. That's another acronym, or a new acronym, outside of UFOs and UAPs, unidentified flying objects, and UAPs, unidentified aerial phenomenon. So it's a mystery. Before this acronym came up, UAVs, it says right here at the top of the paragraph, political parasites in New York, and this is a biased article, right? By the way, this is not a mainstream media news, but this is where they get they still get their information from the mainstream media news as well. Political parasites in New York are now demanding more control over UAVs, unmanned aerial vehicles, as well as New Jersey. It says unmanned aerial vehicles in the wake of drone swarms across the East Coast, especially in Jersey. And that they given permission too from that incident that happened in Jersey. They giving these police departments right to use drones. So they ain't really gotta, patrol you on foot or in a car. They can use a drone, which is all set up for this new world order. It says the rulers in the United States claim that they need even more power to deal with the unmanned aircraft and to deploy specific detection technology in response to proliferation of mysterious drones sighted across the East Coast, the official said. And this is all Zechariah chapter 5. The Lord is sending these aerial objects, which is really the angels of the Lord. And Esau hate to admit it, but it's really overlapping their veil that they have on the people. This is Zechariah chapter 5, verse 1. Then I turned and lifted up my eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll. Verse 2. And he said unto me, what seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying roll. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof 10 cubits. So this is talking about the size of a chariot. That's the flying roll, which, if you go into these commentaries, I'm in the specific app, My Sword, which the priest from the main camp many years ago, I think around 2015 or 2014, he went into downloading the app. If I'm not mistaken, 2013. But it's just it's the same quality as Blue Letter Bible, and also your Strong Concordance Dictionary. But the commentary in each one of them, they do vary, but they can't give you the full understanding of what that flying roll is. In the commentary it says a book, but we know that that's not talking about a book. Because right here in verse 3 it says, then said he unto me, this is the curse. What is the curse? Well, it got the curses in the Bible, but it's not talking about a book. Because this is a flying roll. This is not a vision. This is the actual real thing that Zechariah is seeing. It says, then say he unto me, this is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. So this is talking about the chariots, or the angels of the Lord that fly in those aerial vehicles. Now it says right here, over the face of the whole earth, for everyone that stealeth should be cut off. And that's Esau mainly, and these other nations. Esau, the so-called white man, he stole everything. He even stole the Lord's people. And it says, for everyone that stealeth shall be cut off, as on this side according to it. And everyone that swears shall be cut off, as on that side according to it. Yeah, they're going to be cut off from the face of the earth, and also from their power seat. Isaiah 47, sit down in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Esau hasn't been touched yet, so he's still thinking that he has all this great power, but really he don't. It says, everyone that stealeth shall be cut off, as on this side according to it, and everyone that stealeth, and everyone that sweareth should be cut off, as on that side according to it. I will bring it forth, said the Lord of hosts, and it shall enter into the house of the thief. Who's the house of the thief? The so-called white man. When he came over here to North America, he stole the land from our brethren, so-called Native American Indians, which is part of the northern tribe of Israel. The reason why they're north, because the prophet in the time of King Rehoboam and King Solomon's son that reigned over the southern kingdom, the prophet gave Rehoboam 3 tribes, which is Judah, Benjamin, Levi, and King Jeroboam, which is of the Ephraim tribe. He got the 9 tribes. And Gad was one of them. Then you had some of the Indians over here, which are the Reuben 9 tribes. Reuben is the firstborn of Jacob, is Israel. So basically Reuben, so-called senior Indians, they the firstborn by birth. But Judah was passed down the firstborn's rights. That's why Judah sits in the king seat. The king seat. So and also the so-called Mexicans. So our people were scattered over here in the West, in particular North America, where Esau stole his land and built up his land by way of slavery with the Southern Kingdom mainly. So-called Negroes who was in slavery building up America. But we built Manhattan. Manhattan was a swamp, man. But when they brought us over here in slavery, they had us to groom down Manhattan to the point that they can build on Manhattan. So Esau, you got a lot to pay for, and the Lord said He's gonna enter into the house of the thief, which He has by those chariots. Those chariots are gonna come back with the Lord, like it says in 2 Ezra chapter 13, I think around the 4th verse. He's gonna wax mightily strong with his army, which are the angels in those chariots. And it says, and into the house of him that sweareth falsely by my name. Yeah, he claimed that he know the Lord, claimed that this society, America, the year of the Bible, they Ronald Reagan initiated that, as a commemoration, one of the commemoration of the United States, which is false. There's blasphemy. Esau is not the Lord's people. But the Lord allowed you to do this according to His will, which is not to bless you, but really according to His prophecies, the way He wanted things to go. But the Lord is raising us back up, and it says, and that's what makes Him a God also. And it shall remain in the midst of His house, and shall consume it with the timber thereof and the stones thereof. Now I want to get that word house. He should enter into the house of the thief. And what is that house? Well, the thief house is America. Like I said, Esau, first and foremost. Now these other nations, which are not of the so-called white man's race or Caucasian race, they're in bed with the thief, which is Esau, which is really still in the world before everybody's eyes through war and greed and lies, sanctions, democracy. Which that's the one that is spoken about. That's making everybody mad, like it says in Revelation chapter 19. Wine of her fornication. So right here, this house goes into economy. So this house is talking about America. And the Lord is sending these curses, which are these aerial objects that Esau cannot figure the hell out. But we know, the hopefully let knows, because the Lord had put the Spirit in us to know. Now right here says the definition for economy, household management, from Latin, economia, source of French, economy, Spanish, economia, German, economy, etc. From Greek, economia, household management, thrift, manager, steward. Yeah, so this is talking about you damn Edomites. And the Lord got you shook up. And it's going to continue till He gets you out of power, because these angels not over here in vain. Just like you don't bear the sword in vain, these angels are not over here in vain neither. We ain't just saying it for our health. This is literally happening, and it's going to happen some more till the Lord bring the angels with them on that day that he's going to arrive to cut off Israel's enemies, starting with Esau. Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 3. In the day when the keepers of the house should tremble. Yeah, the keepers of the house are trembling. The rulers of this society, which are the elite banking families, and not the President of the United States, They are ruling this country, and they rule the presidents and the senators, the judges. But it trickles down too, and guess what? The United States, they're really um, they're really frantic. They're confused because they're testing their aerial objects every day to make them perfect against any other nation. But then they got another aerial object coming out of nowhere, toying with them. So they trembling, man. And the strong men should bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened. Yeah, what that means is they can't really get a clear view on the future. You know, like they say, the windows of opportunity. Well, they don't see a window. They don't see an opportunity because they didn't put this in a plan. Because they're trying to make their moves, man, especially with warring with these other nations. You got to think this is no more conventional war where one country fight against another. They got the kings out there, and they got the swordsmen on each side. You got a messenger to deliver a message to both parties. Then they fight with sword. Like it says in Isaiah chapter 9, verse 6. It's like verse 5. It says, this war is fought with fire and fuel. This technology, that's what they're fighting with. Besides those ICBM missiles. And those ICBM missiles have to have, it has technology attached to it. They don't need foot soldiers anymore. But they see that these angels have this power like the aerial force, let alone their modern day sword, which is the gun, the missiles. They going crazy. But for us, the hopefully elect, we're rejoicing right now. I'm gonna get this in Revelation chapter 12, verse 7. And it reads, and there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought against his angels. So this is talking about the chariots of the Lord, which Michael is in the midst of that. He's in his chariot too, which are those so-called UFOs or UAPs or UAVs. And the dragon is talking about the so-called white man. And that's another lesson within itself, breaking down the dragon. But the dragon is basically the Roman Empire. But this dragon is the 2.0 Roman Empire, which is America. Which an extension of that, which the harlot, she's a part of that beast. Is why it says in Revelation chapter 17, the harlot that rideth on the beast, which is NATO and EU, they're going to be fighting because NATO is part of that beast, and also NATO is a security. It's a security for America. You know, it's a security system, and they're going to fight. They are going to fight with our Lord and Savior and His angels. But it says right here, verse 8, and prevailed not, neither was their place found anymore in heaven. So they're going to fight, man. They are going to fight. Because who else is coming in any existence and we knowing that, okay, they are now it. They are the ones to rule the world. There's no other being is coming through the atmosphere except for the Lord. Because Esau, he running the show right now. He got his Air Force. He got his military on the ground. He's the mover and shaker of the world. But the Lord is coming back to move him out of his place. And he's the only one that can fight with the Lord in the air. So this is another process of elimination when it comes to answering questions, especially on these breakdowns. It says right here, verse 8, and prevailed not, neither was their place found anymore in heaven. Yeah, Esau rulership is not going to be no more. Not only have he lost his military might, but he also lost his power grip on the people. His system is no longer a system anymore because it's burned to ashes, or is no more occupied with people in it because of this great destruction, Jacob's trouble. And then ultimately, the Lord coming back in the day of judgment. Now right here it says, verse 9, and the great dragon was out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan. This is not talking about spiritual demon Satan. This is talking about Esau. Esau is that serpent. He's Satan, which Satan just means adversary, and the word devil just means deceiver. He's the adversary against the Lord's people. Look, the top of the definition. Look, the Greek word Satanas, adversary, one who opposes another in purpose or act, the prince of evil spirits. Now, it's not talking about Satan himself. It's talking about Esau, the so-called white man, because he's the inner counterpart of Satan. So they was cast out of what? Power. It wasn't cast out of heaven. Now that heaven is talking about on earth. That's why it says in Revelation chapter 21 how it was a new heaven and a new earth. The earth is not going to be destroyed. You're going to have some of the parts of the world get destroyed by way of those ICBM missiles in this war, but at the same time, the earth is not going to explode from those missiles. They also show you the power of the Lord. But this earth is going to rock to and fro like a drunkard when that time happens. And this is what that time is talking about. That heaven is talking about Esau ruling the world. He has his money on the face, as world reserve currency. He's a trade giant. He's a merchant. He's a giant merchant in the earth. He has military might. He has deeds on all the land, hell, even your life. He the one that profit off of slavery at a very treacherous, evil time. You can't tell me that ain't Satan, man. And also, he stole the land from our people and indoctrinated them and warred against them. Destroyed the land. He is that damn Satan, which deceived the whole world, and he did, and he's still doing it right now. Now everybody claiming that the so-called white man is good, which he's not. And it is general, but it's not really in general. It's talking about going back to the rulers. And it is general because they're part of the body of Esau. It don't matter if they working a 9 to 5 and you talk to them about the game at Walmart It doesn't matter, man. They are Esau's offspring. But the main ones are the heads, the ones that initiate the world summit meetings with the world leaders. That's who the Lord is talking about. The so-called white man is working 9 to 5. His heaven is working a 9 to 5, man. Or going to Las Vegas or going to Florida to retire. This Edomite, so-called white man, his people, his family circle, even though they're a nation, but they are in specific family bloodlines. That's at the top of the echelon right now, who the Lord is going to really go against. Which deceiveth the whole world, because they the ones like the Rothschilds, the Oppenheimers, the Rockefellers, and many other families, the Graces, the Bundys. Read the book 13 Illuminati Bloodlines. And they have a family within the family. They are just the root of all the families. They got extended families. They go into other nationality. Y'all gotta study on this damn devil, man. This is why the Lord is so adamant about it, because we gotta get this damn devil out. He really does exist. This world around you, man, is way vast than what you think, especially concerning the history. It says he was cast out into the earth. Yep, and his angels were cast out with him. Yeah, his angels, his military. The word angel just means messenger. And the military is just doing a message from the elite bank family, and that's the war against whoever they tell them to war against. That's why they pay him. And it says right here, but the Lord said he was going to what? Destroy him. He was going to cast him out. Verse 10, it says, Revelation chapter 12, verse 10, and I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now has come salvation and strength and kingdom of our power and the power of his anointed. So it's the kingdom of the anointed, for the accuser of our brethren, which is Esau. Because remember, Esau is Jacob's brother. And we 12 tribes of Israel represent Jacob. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down. They accuse us day and night, exploiting us, crucifying us on TV, and news. The world look at us like how Esau betrayed it to the world. But the Lord is going to pay him back for that. That's why we ain't up in arms and trying to be like the Black Panthers. Now we waiting on the Lord, man. This is a spiritual warfare. So it says right here, which accused them before our power day and night. Yep, and they do. Verse 11, and they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb, which is Yahushua, the word we call Jesus Christ, and by the word of their testimony, which is the doctrine, and they love not their lives unto the death. So yeah, that's all I had on this video. Esau, man, you going down. So then I'm gonna say shalom.